Android's AirTag alternatives are finally ready to launch. These were announced in April of 2023, but they were delayed for a whole year because of Apple. But we finally have all the details, and here are 5 things you should know about these Android-compatible Bluetooth trackers, including what, how, when, and how much. Both Chipolo and Pebblebee are making Bluetooth trackers that will be compatible with Google's new Find My Device network on Android. Chipolo will offer 2 models, both in white. The 1 point, which is round and has a keyhole to hook it to your keys, and the card point, which has the same size as a credit card, but is a little thicker. It will still fit well in most wallets though. Both trackers use Bluetooth, are splash resistant, and have a loud siren to help you find them. The round one has a user replaceable coin cell battery, but the card doesn't. Chipolo offers you a 50% discount though to buy a new card when the battery dies. Pebblebee, on the other hand, has 3 different models and all come in black. There's a round clip with a keyhole and a card, both of them similar to Chipolo's one and card, but these are a bit thicker. Plus, Pebblebee is making a 3rd mini tag that you can stick to small items like remote controls, for example. All of these have rechargeable batteries via USB-C cable, which is more sustainable than Chipolo's approach. They're also rated at a higher IPX6 water resistant and not splash resistant, and they have bright LED lights to help you find them in the dark. On paper, I gotta say I'm more intrigued by Pebblebee's tracker features, but I'm a little bit worried about their extra thickness. You might be watching this and thinking, hey, I already have Bluetooth trackers that work with my Android phone, so what's new here? And the thing is, yes, those trackers existed, but they basically only worked with their own app and their own network. This is the case with Tile's and Samsung's trackers, for example. The Samsung Galaxy Smart Tag 2 only works with Samsung phones and only uses other Samsung phones to find your lost items. That's a little bit limited. The new tags from Chipolo and Pebblebee are built around Google's new Find My Device network, which will work across all of Android, not one specific brand and not one specific app. So Pixel phones, Samsung, Motorola, Nothing, Xiaomi, and more, all of these phones are compatible and all of them can be used as the backbone of the network. This new Android Find My Device network also works pretty much like Apple's Find My network. It is end-to-end encrypted and crowdsources 1 billion Android phones around the whole world. It uses them as a private and secure nodes to help you find your lost tracker. That's a game changer because Android has a much higher penetration rate than Apple worldwide. So Google's network should technically be stronger and spread wider than Apple's Find My, especially in areas where iPhones are a rarity. So say I'm traveling and my luggage gets sent to Peru while I'm landing in Beirut. I can still know the location of my suitcase as long as an Android phone is near it. Most notably, the phone needs to have Bluetooth enabled at all times because the network relies on it. Android phones might even get a new setting that auto-turns Bluetooth on the next day after you turn it off. So you never leave the network for more than 24 hours. This is all opt-in though, so if you prefer to keep everything disabled and not participate in the network, you can do that. If you buy one of these trackers that work with Android's Find My Device network, you should expect it to have the same features regardless of who's making it. You won't need a separate app for each brand of trackers, so Pebblebee, Chipolo, and later Geo and Motorola's trackers will all show up in Google's Find My Device app. A new tracker will first pop up as a fast pair notification similar to what you get for Bluetooth earbuds to let you link it to your Google account. You can give it a name and an icon, and then you can find it when it's nearby by ringing it, or track it when it's far away if it's been located by another Android phone in the network. There's also a nifty option where lost trackers around your home will alert you if they are near Nest speakers, so you know exactly where to look for them instead of rummaging through the whole house. You can also check the tracker's battery status and share it with a partner or friend to let them keep an eye on shared items like car keys or house keys, for example. One very crucial feature of these trackers is that both Chipolo and Pebblebee and any future product under Google's Find My Device network will trigger unknown tracker alert notifications on both Android phones and iPhones. When Apple AirTags first launched, some people started using them for nefarious purposes. After a few years and many complaints, Apple built unknown tracker alerts to notify people if an AirTag that doesn't belong to them and was dissociated from its owner's phone was following them around. But now that Google has its own network, the two companies had to work together to create a single spec that both of them adhere to. That way, your iPhone can also detect an unknown Google tracker if it's following you, and your Android phone can also notify you if an AirTag is tracking you. It's been months since Google filled its own end of the bargain and rolled out unknown tracker alerts for Apple AirTags on Android phones. But we've been waiting for a year for Apple to bring the opposite feature in iOS. This is why Android's AirTag alternatives have been delayed this long. With iOS 17.5, which is supposed to launch in a few weeks, iPhones will be able to notify you of stalking Android trackers. And that's why Chipolo and Pebblebee are finally able to launch their trackers now. Chipolo's 2 trackers will be available starting May 27 on chipolo.net and from July onwards on Amazon and other stores. The round 1 point costs $28, the card point is $35, and there are discounted multi-packs, plus you'll be able to buy a bundle with 2 round 1s and 1 card for $77 total. Pebblebee, on the other hand, says its trackers will be available in late May on pebblebee.com and starting June on the Google Store. All 3 models cost the same $29.99 for a single unit, with a small discount if you buy them in packs. Personally, I'm very excited to try these out. I travel a lot and I'm a forgetful person, so a lost and found system that works across all of Android is perfect for me. We will be getting both the Chipolo and Pebblebee trackers in for review in late May, so don't forget to subscribe to Android Authority if you want to see how well they work and if they're as good as Apple's AirTag and Samsung's SmartTag too.